Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. By the way, the gold members get a bunch of weekly videos, so if you want access to these videos, make sure to check out the gold membership. And now let's look at the 4-hour chart first. So the structure is still kind of weird. It looks like a bearish structure in my opinion, and we could get another low in the fourth wave right here, which means this structure could be an ABC to the downside. And if it is, we should hold 85.4 cents. Now, if we do not hold that level, then we might already be in a much bigger correction, and I talked about this I think like 2 days ago, but we could already be in the fourth wave move right here, which is the blue fourth wave, and well, this is still a bullish scenario, so in case we drop below my support level right here, I will have a new support zone for the blue fourth wave. And if the third wave actually topped over here, then this was just an ABC structure, and yeah, the fourth wave should hold support. Now, if it doesn't hold support, there's also the case that maybe this much bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup is already complete, and if it is, we should get an ABC down right now, which should put us maybe at the bull market support band or somewhere in between. Of course, if we do get this correction, I'm gonna have a support zone for it as well, but only if we break the support zone for the blue fourth wave to the downside. And in case we actually start going up right now, which, it's a possibility because we could do that as long as we actually hold above these previous lows right here. We are still in an uptrend, so if we actually get another high right now, my next target would be the fifth wave of the white 1, 2, 3, 4 setup, and that is at $1.10. But if you look at the 4-hour RSI, we dropped below the moving average right here, and we tried testing it, and as you can see, we failed. So I think this means that we are probably going lower. But as I said already, if we actually hold above this low right here and above this low right here, then we could still go higher and expect there to be resistance at this level, at the 0.618 resistance level for the fifth wave. And I mean, we got projected exactly here, meaning that, like I said, if this is actually a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and it's already complete, it would make sense to get an ABC down right now, just because we found resistance exactly right there. But yeah, other than that, let's go on the daily chart, and on the daily chart, there's actually something important here. And if we actually look at the RSI right now, we are about to test the moving average right there. And I think whatever happens here will tell us what we are doing right now. So if we break below the moving average on the daily RSI, then this is probably gonna turn into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup for the first wave, meaning we're gonna get an ABC down after that, which could put us below the moving average right there. And that's gonna be the second wave move down, which means my, prediction has been pretty accurate. However, if we stay above that level, then you could also say that maybe this was the 1-2 setup that we need, meaning this, what we have right now, is another 1-2 setup for the much bigger third wave of the 1-2 setup here. So if we hold support levels and if we stay above the moving average on the daily RSI, this could mean that Cardano is just getting ready to start a bigger third wave. And, well, a third wave is gonna be bullish, and it would make sense if we did get one because we had a cross on the bull market support band like we did over there, and I talked about this, but usually after we have a cross, we get a short-term correction, and we already had this, and after that, as you can see, we usually go up in the long term, so we could get this point right now, and if we are, I'm not gonna be shocked if we do not get an ABC to the downside right now, and we just start going up like crazy. Now, let me actually talk about Bitcoin for a second, because I have not talked about this chart in a very long time, and let me go on the weekly for this just to remind you what we're currently doing over here, because Bitcoin at some point is gonna have to go down, and let me explain why. So if you are not aware of what's going on over here, let me start from the bear market lows. Here we went up for about 6 months, then we had a correction which put us down to 25k. Then we had another 6 months of just bullish price action. Then we had a correction that put us to 50k. Then we went up for another 6 months, and then we had a correction that put us at 75k, which means that right now we might go up for 6 months from this low right here, and the next low could be 100k, just to complete this structure right here. So we had 25, we had 50, we had 75, meaning we could get 100 next. And well, if we do, it would make sense because it has almost been 6 months since we had this low right here. If you take a look at how long it has been, let's see, about 133 days. So yeah, we're also about to have a cross on the bull market support band over here. And my third wave target was reached. We got to the 618 target for that. And as you can see, we have been going sideways near that target for months at this point. So Bitcoin might actually get a correction, and that might put us back to $100,000, maybe even less than that. So if that happens, that could be the perfect time to get a fourth wave move down. And if we only, top at, let's say, $120,000 in the third wave right now, this could mean that maybe in the fifth wave we are not getting to $200,000 or $250,000 because there's just no time to do that. And I could give you an idea of where the fifth wave could go, but obviously I have no idea, how deep the fourth wave will be. But let's just say I give you a target, based on what we have right now. If that was the top of the third wave right there, and if the fourth wave move down gets to, let's say, about $100,000, well, a target for the fifth wave would be at $367,000, but we all know that's not happening. So in order for the fifth wave to be at like 200k, the fourth wave move down would need to be extremely deep, as you can see. And could something like this happen? Could this just be a big fake out? And is this structure going to be broken? This 25, 50 and 75k structure? Is the fourth wave move down about to scare everyone? Well, that could be the case, but you also have to remember that we are expecting an altcoin season at some point, meaning that Bitcoin cannot really go down like that without impacting the altcoin market. So we might actually not do anything on this chart. We might just go sideways, and I don't think we're gonna get that big move to the downside. And I don't think we're gonna drop to like 60k, at least not right now. And well, I mean, would this be enough for a fourth wave move down? Not really, but we could still bounce after that. So yeah, whatever is happening with Bitcoin right now, I mean, it's a bit confusing, but I don't think it's gonna drop too much in the short term. Of course, I'm expecting it to start dropping in November, like it did in the previous couple of cycles before this, but it might get another high before that, which could count as a fifth wave move up. Even though it does not really work with my Fibonacci extensions, it's still okay because, well, this is Bitcoin we are talking about. Bitcoin does not usually care about Fibonacci extensions. So what we need to do right now is continue going sideways, and we cannot really afford to go down over here, because if we go down, Bitcoin dominance could actually start going up again, because usually, like I said, when Bitcoin goes down, the altcoins do not do too well. So it needs to continue going sideways, and Ethereum needs to continue going up. And also I want to talk about the RSI for a second. We dropped below the moving average right here on the weekly, and the last time this happened was over here, and as you can see, after that we dropped from $100,000 to $75,000, and it even happened over here as well. So this is a bit concerning, but if we actually get a, pump right now and we get back above that moving average, it could be good, even if we get some type of cross on the bull market support band. So Bitcoin needs to hold up right now, because if it doesn't, then Bitcoin dominance could actually start going up at some point, and it could actually retest the moving average on the monthly chart right here, like it did in the previous cycle. And if that happens, that could be very bearish for the altcoins, and it could even get to new cycle highs after that, which would not be great. So the altcoin market needs to wake up, and Bitcoin dominance needs to go down like this. Bitcoin also needs to continue going up, and well, I mean, if you look at the monthly chart, it is looking a lot better than it was looking over here, for example, because we are still above the moving average right there on the RSI. So as long as we stay above this level, I think we are fine. I don't think we're gonna get a big correction. And yeah, right now we're just waiting for the market to wake up, and I think the next couple of months are going to be bullish. But like I said, right here on the weekly chart, we are expecting Bitcoin to get a correction by September of 2025. And right now we're in August, so we could actually get a drop to like 100k right here for the fourth wave. But before we do that, Bitcoin could still bounce, it could still get to new highs, and my next target would be $137,000. So that's pretty much it. I hope I did not confuse you with this video. If I did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Here we also explain everything in detail, and other than that, check out our gold memberships if you want access to these bonus videos. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.